Good morning to everyone. Welcome to Algomojo platform demonstration. Today, we are thrilled to showcase our innovative solution that simplifies the process of automating trading signals and order placement in your Demat account. Our platform caters to traders and investors of all experience levels, right from newcomers to seasoned professionals, seasoned traders. We have developed advanced features aimed at elevating your trading strategies and helping you to unlock your full potential in the markets. Let's embark on this journey together as we explore the cutting edge trading platform. We The agenda for today is we'll start with an introduction to Algomojo platform and its features. Then we'll look at how do we integrate Algomojo, the broker terminal, and the trading view, from where most of you would be running your trading strategies. Then we'll look at Amibroker and how do we integrate your account with Amibroker using Algomojo platform. We'll have a small briefing on the Algomojo supports that we provide. We'll have a question and answer session. You could look at, you can use the chat box, Q&A box rather, to type out your queries. I will answer them as we go along with the presentation. Our website is algomojo.com, India's first web-based algo execution platform. It's a user. What we have found and what we have heard about is that it's a user-friendly interface, offering you robust features. It's become in a very short duration a go-to platform for both novice and experienced traders. The platform supports a wide range of assets, allowing traders to diversify their portfolios and explore various trading opportunities that are available in the markets. Briefly, as I was mentioning, it's a web-based execution platform. We don't have any app or in the phone or in the for the PC platform. Our aim it is designed to help traders to automate the strategies. It is integrated with the popular tools such as TradingView, Amibroker, MT4, Charting, Ninja Trader. Of course, there are some Google Sheet and Chrome extensions also available. There's a integration done with Excel also. And if anybody is familiar with Python, you could use our Python APIs to automate your orders. We have a common API connectivity integrated with multiple brokers. There are execution modules provided, sample codes provided, which can be used with various trading platforms. Our aim is to make the algo trading experience more efficient, simple, and as user-friendly as possible. Some of the key features of Algomojo are you can customize your markets. Customize your order execution. That is, traders can create custom order management module to suit a specific trading preferences and objectives. You can decide whether you want to trade in equity, you want to trade in futures or options. If it is options, then whether you want to do it trade in ATM, ITM, or OTM. We provide flexibility to choose up to 20 strikes in the OTM and ITM. The biggest advantage is that once you define the order management system, you need not have to worry about making changes again and again. It is saved and your trades gets executed as per the parameters that you set. It becomes, it is pretty simple and easy to trade. Yes. Of course, for option traders, you have the option of you can select whether you want to buy options or whether you want to sell options. And if you're looking at hedging your positions by either selling or buying options, that also is possible using our platform. Then if you're a trader with who sends in large quantities of orders to be executed, we would take care of the splitting of the orders if it is beyond the freeze limits set by the exchange. Uh, so if the quantity is more, we'll split and send multiple orders. So you're based on the signal and the quantity defined, we'll split the orders and execute it for you. For in terms of risk management, we have the target and stop loss that can be set. Uh, you have the flexibility to define these in either in points or percentage, and it can be in terms of the premium percentage and points also. We will go through all these facilities as we start looking at the platform as such. You can also define what is the start time and what is the end time that you want your signals to be processed, and also you can set what is the expiry time and when do you want to expire or roll over. Those kind of facilities are available in the platform. Some of the key features continue rollover options so that you can say that, okay, in the platform, if you're a options trader or a monthly futures trader, then the system will automatically roll over your positions by closing the current expiry positions to the next week or next month's expiry. So once you define, you need not have to worry about changing the expiry dates and expiry levels as such. The greatest advantage that we also bring is in terms of trading facility. So this allows you to first try out the system, the order management and the signal and how is it getting processed. Once you get familiar and ensure that the orders are getting placed as per the process that you have defined by using the paper trade, you can shift over to live trades. There are a couple of rules that we have set in terms of defining your order execution. These can be like long only or short only, or it can be both like long and short. And there are something called stop and reverse facilities available. These are dependent on the kind of strategies that you have deployed and you want to automate. We will go through these rules. There are 4 to 5 rules. One needs to be careful in choosing what is the rule to be used while automation which is completely based on the kind of strategy that you're running or the kind of strategy that you want to automate. We will go through some of the rules and understand how to select these rules looking at some of the strategies which are there in TradingView or in Amibroker. Then if you're a options trader where you have you want to execute multiple legs of options for strategies like straddles, strangles, butterflies, iron conda, etc. You can do that. You can create each leg as per your requirement and group them together so that the orders can get executed instantaneously based on the signal that you send from your charting platform. Yes, for any of the signals generated or the orders executed, you can get a notification on your Telegram app. It's a facility which is pretty simple to use and implement and use. And if you're a trader who wishes to trade in multiple symbols um, for the signals that come from, say, charting or Amibroker or TradingView, you can create a watch list in our platform, and that watch list will be used to trigger the orders for you in your broking account. There are reports available for you to download in terms of these could be what kind of signals are received, what are the orders placed in a day, what are the positions created and closed in a day. All these reports are available. As of now, you will need to download every day's reports. Going forward, you will be able to get the historical reports also. We have integrated as of now our platform with close to about 20 to 23 brokers. Some of the names are like your Angel, Allies Blue, Dun, Fires, 5 paise, people like Zerodha also. Now, if you use our platform, Algomojo platform, to open an account with any of these brokers that we have completed the API integration, you will get our services free of cost completely for the life as such. So there are no additional charges if you open a new account with these brokers using Algomojo. I'll show you how to do that also. And in case if you are already having a demat broker account and you would like to use the same, you could continue doing that. There is a subscription. There are three models available: monthly, half yearly, and yearly. On a yearly basis, it works out to 500 rupees as the subscription charges per month as such. Now, of course, Zerodha, they charge their own API charges, which you would be aware. They charge about 2,000 rupees. That will continue to be there. However, we will not be levying any other additional usage charges for people who want to use Zerodha as a trading platform. For all the users, whether new or existing demat account holders or broker account holders, you get a 7 days trial so that you can test whether this platform meets your requirement in terms of automation. Once you're sure that, okay, by using the platform for 7 days, that you're sure that you would like to continue with the subscription model, you can do that. Some of the other brokers with whom we are closely working, and we'll be able to launch API services for them also are names like Anand Rathi, some of the ETS platforms, Bajaj Finance, Sharekhan, and Sky Broking. We should be going live pretty shortly, about a week or so. So you'll be able to place orders in, say, Sky Broking or Sharekhan or Bajaj Finance. The others would come slightly later. Now, before getting into the next part of the presentation, I'd like to see if there are any queries raised. There is a query asking if I already designed some indicators on TradingView using Pine script. Can I use the signals generated from that script to Algomojo? Yes, exactly. You need to have a strategy or an indicator in TradingView or in Amibroker or in charting. You can use or get your own strategies and then automate it. We don't provide strategies as such. Of course, some of the very popular strategies are now being made available in our platform, but you get any strategy or any indicators, and if you wish to automate them, you can do that using our platform. We will be going through the automation process, and we'll show that also as to you can pick any strategy or indicator from from TradingView, and what is the process to automate that. It's very, very simple to automate the entire process. As a user, you need not have any coding knowledge. It is not non-technical. It is a pretty simple process. All you have to do is just copy paste two things from our website onto TradingView or in Amibroker or in charting, and the automation is done. So the signals that get generated from the indicator or from the strategies, those will be converted into orders and it will be placed in your broker account. We will see how it works as we go along in this presentation. This allows some time. If there are any other queries, I will be willing to take it up as of now. You can use the Q&A, question and answer tab in your screen and type out your queries. I'll try and answer them as we go along. Yeah, the automation and one more thing I would like to show as of now is about this platform. So this is our website, algomojo.com. Like as I was mentioning, in case if you open an account using our web page, you can do that with any of the API integrated brokers with us. All you have to do is come here and say, use this button called open an account. It'll take you to a screen which will display which will ask for your name, email ID, and the mobile number, and which is the broker you would like to open the account with. Once you select those and continue with the process, a new account with the chosen broker will be open, and you will get your credentials in terms of your user ID and password from the broker. You will need to use the same credentials to log in to Algomojo platform also. So once you have a broking account, either existing or a new one which is open using Algomojo, you can get into automation of that. Now, the method to for people who who already have an account and would like to use the platform for automation, the charges that would be involved are, let me share that also. It is provided in our website here. So for people who open a new account using Algomojo platform, there are no charges. It's absolutely free for life. And you have a monthly subscription, half yearly and yearly. And these will be applicable once your trial period of 7 days, which is available for all the users. And then you can choose any of the subscription based on your requirement. Yes. ShareCon integration is almost done and it is under testing. Hopefully, we should be able to launch it in the coming week or two. Yes. So, how do we log in to any of the account? We go to algomojo.com and say login using this button here. Let me, for the demo, use, you can select either from the list provided here or from the drop down. For today's demo purpose, I'll be using an account from TradeGenie. So it will open by a website called tc.algomojo.com. The process is the same. When you're doing it for the first time, you need to register with us using this new user button. Else, if you already have credit, after that, after the one-time registration, you can log in to the page by providing the credentials here. Let me log in. And the user ID and password for the logging in process is the same, what has been given by a broker. There's no other new ID or password that you need to create here. Once you have a login, this is the typical homepage that you would see for all the brokers, irrespective as such. So it gives you a brief summary of your account. What are the funds and margin used? What are the holdings, current value, holdings value, investment value? What are the orders placed and positions which are open? These are summary details which are available. Plus, you have a facility for creating your own watch list for monitoring or order placement purpose. There are 5 watch lists that you can add on our website. So post login to this web page, you will see a lot of tabs on the left side on the website. The first tab is My API. It will give you a summary of what is the client ID and the details of the API and API secret. Till when is it valid? For example, this is valid till 2050, close to about 9,500 days. So once you have the APIs, you will need to integrate these your strategy with your broker account using the API and API secrets. So how do we do that? We will be going through the process. Yeah, like sorry. The process for automation is it is a 2-step process that needs to be followed. The first part is to be done at the Algomojo level, wherein we define the orders that we want to execute whenever there's a signal that is coming in from a charting tool. So once we define the order management parameters, we will enable the paper trade or live trade. And then we get into the second process where we go to the trading view or Amibroker, or it could be charting, those kind of platforms, and use the codes that we provide from Algomojo in trading view or Amibroker and use the do the automation. Okay. So first, let's look at yeah. In TradingView, you will need to create an alert for each symbol that you intend to trade. If it's Nifty or Bank Nifty or any of the stocks futures, you will need to create alert respectively for each of those instruments that you want to trade. Then for Amibroker, there are some modules to be downloaded depending on the strategy that you are running in Amibroker. So once you do these two steps, you are ready for automation after using pasting the webhook URL. It's just a copy paste. This webhook URL will be provided from Algomojo. Once you complete the process of order definition, we will go through that process. Now, let me show the platform as to how do we do the order management part. So here on the left side, we have various tabs. We will need to go to My Strategies tab and create the order management parameters. So how do we do that? We use the button at the right side, use this button called New Strategy. It opens up a page for you where it will ask for the name. It could be any random name. Suggested that keep it as relevant to your strategy that you want to automate. Yeah. So for example, let me give this a name as demo 17th August. Any random name, but relevant to your strategy that you are running. Now, as I was mentioning, there are a couple of rules. These have been set based on the various strategies that we have seen as to how they operate in the charting platforms. These could be, and also looking at what the clients require. Now, there are rules like long only, short only, long plus short, buy, sell, short cover, and stop and reverse. Now, what these the selection of the rule is completely dependent on the type of strategy that you're going to run in TradingView or Amibroker, which you're trying to automate. Now, very briefly, what it means, these rules one by one, is that now if you're a trader who look at trading only long signals that come from your chatting tool, use long only rule. So whenever there's a buy signal which is coming in, it will buy the kind of instrument that you want to trade. And when the short is given, the sell happens, it will close the position and wait for a new long position. The vice versa of that is short only. So people who trade only would like to take only short positions will need to use this rule called short only. So it will take only the short signals which come from your trading charting platform. It will ignore all the long trades. For people who do both long and short, they need to use the third rule, which is long plus short. So whenever the buy comes, it will take the long. Whenever a short comes, it will close the long and wait for the sell signal to come. And when the sell signal or short position signal is generated, it will take the short position as such. Now, we normally see that Amibroker provides 4 types of actions, which are buy, sell, short, and cover. Whereas in TradingView, most popular are the buy and sell kind of actions that come in. Some strategies also offer short and cover in TradingView. If it is giving you short and cover, kindly use the 4th type of rule. And the last rule is the stop and reversal. This is the condition or the rule to be used if your strategy is always in trade, either in terms of long or short. So what it typically does is whenever there's a long trade or long signal generated, it will take a long trade for you. And a short signal is generated, it will close the short position, long position, and take the reverse position. That is why it is called the stop the long position and take the reverse position of short. So suppose it has bought a CE when the long signal came in, it will close the CE and take the PE when the sell signal comes. So when the reverse happens, that is the short is running and the buy comes, it will close the PE and take the CE. So it is always in trade, either in the form of CE or PE or long or short. So that is this is the type of rule to be used based on the strategy that you're trying to automate in your charting from your charting tool. For this demo purpose, I'll be using something called short and stop and reverse. So you're given the name and the rule has been selected. You'll need to specify what is the instrument or what is that you want to trade, whether you want to trade in equity, whether you want to do it in futures and options, or you want to do options with by selecting these strikes dynamically based on what is the spot price when your signal is getting generated. So for to begin with, let's look at how do we automate it. Futures kind of trade. So we select future and option, and from the trading symbol, you can select the from the drop down after you the instrument that you want to trade. For example, if I have to trade in Nifty, I would type a couple of letters here, and then I get a choice to select from the drop down here. Let me select Nifty August expiry futures. Then order type can be normal or MIS. So for depending on the type of strategy that you're running, you could vary between NRML and MIS. Then price is always market. We are working on to get limit orders also. So leave the price at default value of market. Then the lot needs to be specified by you. Default is one lot. Depending on the instrument that you choose here, the quantity also will be defined for you. If you select 100 lots, then the quantity becomes 2,500. The freeze quantity in Nifty is 1,800. So it will split the orders in multiples of 1,800. So in this case, if you have to place order for 2,500 quantity, it will place two orders, one of 1,800 and the second order at 700 of 700. So 2,500 quantity will be functional every time you get a signal. Now, of course, you can specify whether you want to roll over or not roll over. So if it is futures, it is always the next month as such. So you can select based on whether you want to roll over or not. Then chart symbol, you can leave it blank. In terms of target and stop loss, either you can leave it if your strategy is handling that part, or if you want to specify the target and stop loss, you could do that by selecting the percentage or points through which you will define what is the points or percentage to be used. Suppose you say 1% as a target, it will choose 1%. Whenever your price reaches 1% of your average buy price, it will close the position as such. Now, if you use points, you can say that, okay, my target is 100 points, and based on that level getting achieved, suppose you bought at 24,300 and it becomes 24,400, it will close the trade for you. Similarly, for stop loss, you can choose either in points or percentage. So you'll need to define the points or percentage, or you can leave it as none. For demo purpose, I am not selecting any target or stop loss because price would not move today being a Saturday. However, we will try and use a live chart of Bitcoin to see the trigger of orders in real time as such. There are certain other stuff that can also be defined. There are some default values provided. Like start time, we kept it at default as 8:15, 9:15. Now, so there are traders who would like to do start the trading or ignore the first hour of trading because the volatility is very high, and you would like to take all the signals, say coming after 1 hour, say around 10:30 or 11. You could vary your start time. And similarly, end time. End time here means that after the end time, suppose you set the end time as 3 o'clock, any signals coming after 3 o'clock, it will get ignored. So, or if you say that, okay, last 1 hour, I don't want to trade it, you can keep it at 2:30 in the afternoon. So any signals coming after 2:30, the platform will ignore those signals and it will not execute the order. So it will continue with whatever is the portion which is there or not there. Similarly, for square off time, if it is daily MIS orders, you can set the square off, whether you want it at 3 o'clock, 3:15, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, depending on your study. Kindly set the square off time. And expiry square off time is on the day of the expiry, weekly or monthly. You can say that you can set the time for rollover, which could be on the day of that, on the expiry day, at this preset time, it will roll over for you. If you're not doing it, it will default do it at 3:15. That is provided. Of course, when you select rollover, it will necessarily ask you to update these fields also. You will need to update these fields. So these are the basic parameters that need to be set for the trades that need to happen. So once you update all these fields, you'll need to submit the strategy that you have created or the order parameters that you have created. If everything is right, it will say that, okay, strategy is created successfully. And it does two things for you. One, it generates the Algomojo platform will generate this webhook URL And also for using in TradingView, it gives you certain uh, codes which are code snippets that you need to copy paste in the TradingView platform. So two things is all required to automate any strategy from TradingView and Amibroker. One is copy paste this URL. The second copy paste is the parameter snippets that we provide here. So copy paste this and copy paste this. So we will look at how do we do that using the TradingView to begin with. One second. So you have the long URL and the TradingView code snippets that needs to be used. For TradingView especially, there are four tabs, four types of codes provided. Suppose you want to send a symbol also along with your signal, then you'll need to use this. If you are using an indicator, then it's a slightly different code that will need to be used while alert creation. There are four types of codes for buy, sell, short, and cover. We will go through these. How do we use that when we are trying to automate an indicator? Similarly, indicator which symbol if you're sending, then you'll need to use these code snippets. So the process is pretty simple. You define the order parameters and system provides you with this long URL and the code snippet for TradingView. You need to just copy these and paste it in two places in TradingView. For Amibroker, we'll need to download a module. Then depending on the strategy, if it is stop and reversal, there's a rule, there's a module available for stop and reverse. Use that, and there is a provision to update this webhook URL. Kindly copy paste this, copy and paste it in Amibroker. That is all of the process for automation using Algomojo platform. Now, once we do this, we go back to the using go back button. This is the strategy that we just created. Default, it will be at an inactive state. Then you can enable it for live trade or paper trade. It is always suggested that you start with a paper trade. And once you run the entire process and see that, okay, everything is going as per your plans, then you can shift over to live trade. So to start with, let me enable the paper trade for you. So by default, you get a facility of using 3 paper trades simultaneously uh, for testing purpose. The point I would like to make is that the paper trade is a facility that we are offering here mainly to test the process of automation. It should not be construed as a tool for backtesting as such. It is not a tool for backtesting of any of your strategies. It is only to test if the process of automation is going as per your plan and as per your strategy, whether the orders are getting placed exactly as you want it from your charting tool. That is the purpose for checking that we are providing this facility of paper trade. Else, if you would have to place all these orders in broker terminal and then if there are funds, the orders will get executed, and if some wrong execution is happening, then it could lead to loss. So we don't want people to lose their money. So objective is to see that if the process is working properly, test it out, and then deploy it in the live environment. So we make this live as a paper trade. So not only from the charting tool, you can place order from this platform itself. How do we do that? We can go to this generate signal and you can place an order manually from here. Suppose if you say that, okay, you have made some study and you would like to place an order for Nifty 2500 quantity that you have defined under this strategy, we come and say buy. So as you can see, the buy signal gets generated. The signals that you generate can be viewed under this tab called My Signal. So my signal allows you to look at all the signals or trades taking place as per the strategy, as per for each of the strategies that you're running. Now, we have generated a buy signal. It tells you that you have generated a buy signal and it's been completed once. So this is a different strategy. The one which we did today is demo. The name of the strategy. Yeah, this is the name under which it will be shown. It is 17th August demo. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a strategy that we created. So as you can see, it has placed two orders of buy. That is because our quantity was 2,500. It has split the order and placed two orders, one for 1,800, one for 700. And the position can be seen under the positions tab here. As you can see, this is the position which is currently running. Now, in case you intend to close this position, you can do it from here. Use this square off button. It will square it off for you. Or you can do it from my strategies also. You can come and square off from here also. So once you use the square off, there are no positions left for you. So this is how you can do a manual trade also using the same platform. You need not have to open a different app or a platform to trigger the manual orders. You can do it right from whatever parameters that you have defined in Algomojo itself. Now, there are no questions here. So we will see how do we do a setup for in using TradingView first. We'll use the in TradingView. Let's look at how do we do a super trend automation or an RSI based automation or a price based automation also. It could be anything. It could be a resistance support kind of level, or it could be a trend line breakdown or breakout kind of method also. We'll go through these using the TradingView. Yeah. Any questions you can, or if you'd like to see anything, if you have any clarification so far, use the question and answer tab to raise the query. I'll try and answer those. Yeah. Now this is, let us select the live market. Bitcoin will be working today. Yes. Not much of movement, but yes, but markets are on. Yeah, this is a super trend strategy. You can get any strategy that you want to automate. We can do with that. Just one second. Yeah. There are a couple of questions before I get into this super trend automation. Let me try and answer them. Suppose we square off portion manually. The signal from TradingView comes. Opposite, will it execute? Now, if you have selected a rule like stop and reverse, yes, it will execute correctly. If the portion was open, it will close the existing portion and take a new portion. Or if the portion is not there, it will take just the opposite trade which you have given, sent from TradingView. Now, apart from Algomojo subscription, should we buy data also, back data also? Now, if you're running Amibroker, you'll need data feed services. And for automation using TradingView, you will need to have the subscription of TradingView. The free version gives you all the features except that you will not be able to automate because webhook URL facility is not available in the free version of TradingView. So you'll need to have a subscription for TradingView. Yes, you can send orders from MT4 also. If you have a strategy in MT4, we can help you automate that also. We are not covering that today, but yes, you can contact us with your strategy in MT4. We will help you to set it up. Any queries? Yeah, let's move on with the presentation. This could be any strategy that you are running. Now, for example, we have loaded this super trend. This is a strategy from in TradingView. Now, how do we do the automation of these signals? Now, for example, now there's a short portion running. As you can see, prior to that was a long portion. So we would have taken a long portion here, and that would have got exited here, and a short portion would have got created here in our system. So it is always in trade, either long or short, as you can see. So it is long here, it is short here, it is long here, it is short here. So super trend is a indicate strategy which is always in the trade. Now there are some trade strategies which say take an entry like a buy, then it will exit somewhere here, for example, and there will be no trades for some time, and then the sell comes. Then the sell will get exited at some time, and there'll be no trades for some time. So for those kind of strategies, we use a different rule that is called the buy and sell, or short, long plus short. So whenever a long is coming, it will take that and close it when the short comes. And when a short comes again, it will take that kind of position as such. So I will share the support contact details by the end of this session. And there is trailing stop loss as a facility in Algomojo is currently not available. However, how do we do that in TradingView? We can have a look at it. There's a different method to follow in TradingView. You can do that still. Yeah. Now, suppose you see that, okay, there's a short position already taken and you would like to take this trade and continue with that trade and do the automation whenever the new signal comes. So what you can do is, since it's already in short position, we go back to Algomojo, and from here we take a short position, we take a sell position, and so that your short position is created in Algomojo. And whenever the new signal comes, we want the short to be closed and the long to be taken. So that is how it can be done. So you can enter a trade manually also, and then later automate it to run along with the chart. That's also possible. Now, how do we set it up? So we go to my strategies that we created. You go to actions and say view. The view gives you a visibility of the parameters that you're choosing, and it allows you to copy these codes that are required in TradingView. So we copy this long URL. Sorry. Yeah, copy it to the long URL. Long URL is copied. We go to the TradingView, and on the super trend, we have to, if you hover on any of the strategies, it will give you this, you'll be able to see these icons. Use these three dots and choose the button saying that add alert on super trend Algomojo. So yeah, once you click that button, this is the facility provided by TradingView. Most important thing while automation is, first thing you have to choose is what is that you want to trade. Today, we have decided that we'll trade in Bitcoin, and what is the time frame that you want to trade in. Now, the lowest I've selected is 1 minute. So these two parameters are pretty important. Otherwise, the alert that you, whatever alert you set will run on these two parameters. One is your trading symbol and what is the time frame. Suppose you set a alert for 1 minute and you're viewing a chart in 5 minutes, the signals will be completely different. So it is important that you decide on the time frame that you want to automate and also the instrument. So once you have selected these two, come and select the alert creation, do the alert creation from this tab. For it'll ask for your name. So I'll say that demo. It can be any name which is more relevant to your strategy that you're running. Demo and Nifty futures 17th. It can be anything. Now, once you are given the name, you have to paste the webhook URL that we have generated, come to notification, replace whatever is there with the one that we copied. So how do we know this is the correct one? As you can see, this is the webhook URL which we copied. The differentiator in this webhook URL is nothing but your strategy code. Now, this is the strategy to which this will be linked. In Algomojo, we have created the strategy called AL0027TC144. If you come here, you will be able to see that this is the code to which it is created. AL 0027TC144. So any signals coming into Algomojo, we will be able to identify from this differentiator, saying that it has to go to this table or this strategy and execute the parameters set in this strategy as such. That's how we identify what needs to be traded for the user. So all we have to do is copy paste the webhook URL and copy paste the message here. So whatever is there, kindly replace that, and we give you the code that needs to be pasted also. You come here. Since Supertrend is an indicator that we are using, we will be using this code snippet called strategy. Copy this. The action is strategy.order.action. This is what will be provided by Algomojo. TradingView. The buy sell signals. We copy that and we paste that here. So your automation process is completed. That is all you have to do. Copy paste the webhook URL and copy paste the text that we have given in Algomojo here and say create. That's it. There's nothing else to be done for you to automate any strategy that you have in TradingView. It is a one-time setup for alert creation. You need not have to do every time, every day. And as I was mentioning, for each symbol, you have to create an alert. So if here we have chosen Bitcoin as the instrument to be traded today on a 1 minute time frame. Suppose you are doing, say on Monday, you're trading, you want to trade on Nifty, Bank Nifty, and stock like Reliance or HDFC Bank. So for each of those, you have to do the same process. Create an alert for say Nifty, create an alert strategy for Nifty and Algomojo, another one for Bank Nifty, another one for Reliance, another one for HDFC, and link those with the charting TradingView chart. So you come to TradingView and select Nifty or Bank Nifty here or Reliance or HDFC and select the time frame and say that, okay, you want to create an alert. That's it. So once you have done this setup, you will be able to see the alert that you have created. So this is what we just created. So whenever a trigger happens, say in this case, a long comes in, the alert will be shown in the log. Today is 17. So as of now, there are no new alerts which have come. So we will wait for TradingView, or hopefully it should be able to trigger a buy during the course of the presentation and see how the order has got executed. Now, since this was already running in sell, we have taken a position manually and we have left it for the TradingView automation. So going forward, as you can see here, there's a short position running. So we have taken this entry and we are waiting for TradingView to do the rest of the trades. So if it sends a buy, it will close the short position and take a new long position. If it again closes the long and takes a short position, it will keep happening automatically. So either you wait for a new signal or you can create a manual order using Algomojo platform only. And after that, you leave the system to be run from your charting tool, which can be TradingView or Amibroker or any of those. Yes. Yeah, there's one query. Can we use automation using multiple indicators on different charts? For example, I have a different indicator which triggers signal and gives the strike and decision for F&O and following that as a clue. I look up a particular strike in option and see if there is a signal generated using my second indicator. The only I execute the order. Can this be implemented? Yes, we'll try and do that. Now, yes, TradingView subscription is required, sir. TradingView, Nifty options, you can trade it as you can create it as positional. That is in the order type. You can say that it is NRML and expiry day. we will look at how do we do the options trade also setup. What we saw so far was for is a setup for futures. Now we'll try and the people are looking at some indicators to trade. We'll see how do we automate using a indicator and trading view. It can be any indicator. A lot of people use which are available in TradingView. For maybe we will use RSI and see how do we do a automation of that. So I'll choose this stochastic. Now this is an oscillator. So you have the oversold and overbought kind of stuff, and whenever overbought is there, you want to take a sell entry, and oversold is there, you would like to take a long entry. How do we do that? We will see this. So it can be any indicator. You just load the indicator and follow the same process. So here for alert creation, using a strategy, we used only one alert. Whereas when you're running it on an indicator, you need to create two alerts, one for the entry, the other one for exit. So that is the only difference. And you need to use the message content that we provide slightly differently. So I'll show that also. See, as I was mentioning, we don't look at, we are not a strategy provider. So we will not be able to tell you what are the super trend parameters to be used. You get any strategy in TradingView, and you set the parameters of, say, super trend or whatever study that you want to automate after doing a back test or after doing your study, and select those and let the strategy, when the strategy generates a buy or a signal or sell signal, we will execute that. We act as a bridge between your charting tool, which generates these signals, and your broker account. So we pick up these signals from your charting tool and execute it for you in your account. So that is where Algomojo comes in. We are a bridge kind of bridge between your tool, charting tool, and your broking account. We are not a strategy provider. Strategy has to be decided by yourself. So let's look at how do we do a stochastic automation. Now, as I was mentioning, there are two things to be done. Let us first process is to define in Algomojo what is that you want to trade for. So let's look at how do we do a automation for trading in options. So we go to my strategy, then we create a new strategy. Then let's again say that, okay, give a name as demo BN or say options in bank Nifty. Can be any name. So and rule I'll keep it same as say for example, stop and let us look at, since it's an indicator, we will go with long plus short. And segment I will choose as dynamic. When we say dynamic, it will select the strike price that is the select the strike price at the time when the signal was generated. So whatever is the strike price at the time of your signal generation, it will select that and place the order for you. Now, instrument that you need to trade, you can select either Nifty, Bank Nifty, or Fin Nifty. Only these are allowed for options trading as of now. Futures, there's no limitation. You can be stocks also. And expiry, you can say that, okay, I always want to trade the next expiry. You can select from the drop down list here, or at the bottom, there's something called next expiry. So it knows that you will always want to trade on this this expiry date or the contracts of 28th August. Or if you want to say that, okay, always next expiry, it will tell you that, okay, 21st August is the expiry selected. So it will take all the trades of this expiry. So you have the flexibility, or you can also define it as week 1 or week 2 or week 3. So here, if we say week 1, it will be the September month of Bank Nifty. So you can keep varying it, or if you are doing a rollover kind of thing, we suggest that use the current or the next expiry. So let's take current expiry. Then strike price, you can choose ATM or OTM, ITM. ITM or OTM, you can choose up to 20 strikes. So let me select ITM 5 for the trade. So once I select this, I'm an option buyer. If you're an option seller, you can say that, okay, you're an option seller. Then there are some more facilities called hedge buying and hedge selling. So people, when they trade in either futures and options, they would like to hedge also. So to enable, help those kind of requirements, we have additional facilities called hedge buying or hedge selling also. So if you're a seller, you can select this, or if you're a buyer, you can select this. So let's try see how do we do the buying trading. It can be NRML or MIS. MIS will get squared off at the expiry time that you set. I'll keep it as normal. Price is default is market. We'll leave it with that. Here we will say 150 lots. Then the quantity will be the Bank Nifty freeze is 900 quantity. The total quantity required is 2250. So it will, as per this, split the orders and place, say, 3 orders. Then whether you want to do a rollover, if yes, next expiry, and whatever we have said there, it will do as per that. Then if you're setting the rollover, it'll ask you what is the rollover strike you want. Suppose you have taken an entry today, and on, say, coming next Wednesday, your ATM has become ITM 6 kind of thing. So, but you would like to roll over to ATM on that day. So you say that, okay, don't roll it over to ITM 6 when the rollover happens, roll it over to the next ATM. So accordingly, you can select this. You can say that, okay, at the time of rollover, you change this to ATM for me. This, it will close the existing portion and take the new ATM portion. Yeah, we can try and help you to confirm your strategy. Sure, sir. I'll share office numbers. Maybe after the call, we can talk. Not an issue. I'll share. My name is Lokesh, as I mentioned. We can discuss also. Yes, you can select which any strikes that you want to trade. It could be ATM, ITM up to 20 strikes. You select whichever you want. If you want this to be ATM 5, you can do that also. So you will need to, sorry, OTM 5. You can select OTM 5, any strike that you want to trade. You can select from the drop down and then save it once. You need not have to keep varying it every time. So set these parameters. So if you want target and stop loss, as I defined, explained earlier, you can set those in terms of percentage or points. You can do that. Expiry time also can be set. Then square of time also can be set. End time also can be set. End time is after that, it will not take any fresh orders as such. So once these parameters are done, we do a submit. Sorry, expiry end time. Since I had asked for next expiry, it is asking for end time. So let me change this to don't roll over and submit it. The parameters are set. Now we are going to automate an indicator. So let us look at what is that we need to use for indicator in the message box. This is the content that needs to be used for automating a signal generated out of an indicator. Indicator, as I mentioned, there are two alerts to be set, one for entry and one for exit. So for entry, say if we have to buy something at a certain level, we'll copy this and paste it there, and also copy paste the webhook URL there while doing the alert creation. So let's go back to trading view and set up the indicator based trading. Okay. Now, as you can see here, before that, super trend has given a buy. So the alert you will be able to see here. Yeah. So this is the alert which has come. So it has given a buy. So let us see what has happened to the orders that we have set up. So this is the strategy that we are running. So we had taken a buy order. We had taken a sell order because it was running in short at 1050. 1101. There's a buy order which has come from TradingView, and you can see the status. It's completed. You can go to the orders and check. As you can see here, it closed the existing short position and it has taken the new long position. You can see it here. The short which was running has now become long. Okay. If the markets were open, you could see the values also changing. So since it's a holiday and prices are not getting updated, don't go by these figures. We typically depend on the broker's API responses in terms of calculating the P&L and M to M. So I don't know if there's a. I think there's some mock testing which is happening. So the prices are running. I don't know if there's a mock test already running. So the last traded price. So since we had taken a short position, there's a slight delay, so slight amount of loss. So long position is currently the Nifty as per this is 26,000. So as you can see, the prices keep varying. So in the live markets, we'll be able to get an updated P&L and M2M also. Yeah, that's how the order got triggered and the position got reversed from a short position to a long position, right? So we were discussing about how do we do the automation for RSI based indicator. Now RSI has touched 100. I would like to take a short position if the RSI comes down to say 80, or I'll keep it at 75. So what the process is very similar to the way we did it for super trend. We define the entry and exits. So here we for the indicator, so come here and use this more button and say add alert to stochastic. The box that TradingView provides is slightly different for an indicator compared to strategy. Like you have many more options which need to be updated for an indicator. Whereas if you see this, if it is a strategy, then it is not many. There are only name and message box, nothing else was visible. Whereas for RSI, it is slightly different. These are facilities of TradingView. So we don't have any control on that. We will need to necessarily define as to whatever is asked by TradingView. So here we are saying that if the RSI is crossing down a certain level of, say here, I'll type it as 75, then once that bar closes, only the trigger has to be sent across. So I choose this option of once per bar close, then I give it as a name. So I'll say bank options, buying Nifty option sell. Here I want to take a short position. So here what we do is in the message box, we need to update this as sell. Let me go back here. Yeah, as we were looking at the strategy that we created, so this is a strategy that we created. We go to the view, and since it's a indicator based automation that we are trying to do, we go to indicator and we select buy or sell. Since we are looking at a short signal to be executed, we take this and then paste it there in. You can paste it here, or you can say instead of sell or buy, you can type that also. It remains the same. And we have to change the webhook URL. In terms of webhook URL, again, we clear whatever is there in there by default. TradingView picks up the recent alert, the webhook URL of the recent alert that you created. So please remove that and choose the relevant webhook URL from the Algomojo website. Copy this and come to TradingView and update it here. As you can see, the code is updated to 145. That's the new strategy that we just created here. The strategy number is 145. So same thing is available here. That is important because if it is some other webhook URL, the order will go to that strategy, and whatever parameters you have defined there, it will create that. It will trigger that. So as you can see, once you define these things and say create, you will see this line with a arrow as the level which is defined for entry of the sell position. Now, yeah, this is one alert that we created, and we just created this for trading, trading in options. And we have said that If the RSI comes down and closes this below this arrow, that is 75, what I give manually, you take a short trade. So here what happens is either you can type in the parameter itself. If you want to make this 70, you can change that. Now, once you save it, as you can see, it came down to 70 level, or you can shift it here manually. You can shift, make it, take it up or down. Suppose I keep it as 60, this would also have got updated to 60. So for people who use trailing stop loss, we recommend this kind of alert setup in TradingView. So whenever the level is reached, it'll take, and you want to keep trailing it, you can do that. So I'll try and bring it to 80 level. So when the RSI comes to 80 and the candle closes below that, it'll trigger a sell order. As you can see here, the level has come to 79.84. Let's make it 80. And the arrow is still pointing here. So while we are waiting for the signal to trigger, if there are any queries, we can address that. There's a query, how to show how trading strategy directly integrate with Algomojo. Suppose I don't want to create my strategy. See, as I was mentioning, you will need to necessarily have a strategy for trading in that you want to automate. We can help in doing that. If you don't have a strategy running in any of these platforms, we may not be able to do much. You can create these parameters and place orders manually. But yes, you will need a charting platform, either TradingView, charting, or Amibroker kind of platforms for trigger. Yes. Yeah. Can we select a particular option strike, say like 24,000 Nifty call? Yes, sure. You can do that also. I'll show you in a short while. Now, as you can see, the price is coming down. It is the order is not still triggered because the candle has to close below this 780 level. So only after the completion of this candle, 32, 31 seconds are there, it will trigger the sell order from TradingView. So while we are waiting, if there are any queries, yeah, you can look at it. I think we should be able to get it here. Couple of seconds. Yeah. So while we are waiting, so how do we create the? So this we have said that it is a sell alert that is created. Suppose you want to buy when the RSI goes to the on the other end. So as you can see now, the candle has crossed, and you can see that the sell order has got triggered. So it is as per the requirement. After the candle closure, the signal has got generated. Let us look at what has happened to that signal in Algomojo. We come to my signals, and we select the strategy name. Yeah. As you can see, this is a strategy that we just created. It is called demo options in Bank Nifty. So we select this demo options in Bank Nifty. The order came at 11:16:01 for a sell. So and we had said that we have to buy this quantity, I think 2250 quantity. So it has split the order into three parts: 900, 900, and 450. And since it is a sell, it has picked up the ATM, or I think we had selected ITM 5 as the strike price. It has taken that strike price and placed orders for the PE. And you can see that this is the quantity. Average price has been so much, and the portion is the PE. Now, when do you want to exit this? If the price or the indicator, say, comes below 20 or sold portion and starts coming up, you would like to buy or close the existing portion. So what we can do is set the reverse alert. Yeah. So we have said sell. So how do we set the other alert? We come to the alert which has been created for entry. We do a right click and there's something called clone. If we do a clone, it will copy the contents of the same alert and create a fresh one for us. Here we are saying that if the price crosses up a value of say 25, then rest of the things remaining the same. I will say that this is buy. This is the reverse one that we are creating. Okay, and save this. So, sorry, since there are so many alerts that are already created, it is not allowing me. Let me stop one of them. Let me save this. Yeah. Now, this buy alert that you created will need to be enabled. It will start. So if the RSI starts coming up this level, as you can see here, this is the level that we have put. You can keep varying also. You can take it up. Say if you move this up to 36.7. And if the RSI comes above this and the candle closes, it will close the existing PE. So that is what we have defined. So let's, for the demo purpose, let me bring it down to a level of say 15 kind of thing. So we are saying that if the price starts moving up, please close that order. Oh, it got triggered also because the price was started coming up. Sorry, no, the level is here still. So the alert is created. As you can see, there are two. This is for the short entry and short exit. So when the price closes above this level of say 7, the wherever this, I think it is about 13.8. What is the value? Then make this round figure 15. So if the price closes above the candle closes above the 50 level, or the RSI crosses up and the candle also closes above this 15, when the RSI is above is crossed this level, it will close the existing portion. So we create two alerts for trading in an indicator. So you can get any indicator and define the two alerts, one for entry and one for exit. Here we created the sell entry and we are buy nothing but the sell exit or the PE exit. So that is what we have created. Similarly, if it is a buy, then you can redefine the levels. Accordingly, it will place the orders. Yes. Yeah, strategy, as I was mentioning while creating the order parameters, there's a facility for setting up only the stop loss, only the target, or both of them. You can set it either using points or percentage. Yes, you can use one trading view for multiple APIs in Algomojo. For multiple accounts, you can. But you will need to have the accounts in Algomojo also. If there are 5 accounts in which you want to trade, so all the 5 accounts, if you open using Algomojo, you get API free for all 5 of them, or you have to take subscription from Algomojo for all 5. That's how it will work. Yes. Any other queries that you would like to understand? You have doubts on usage? Please let me know. We'll be happy to clarify. So while we are waiting for this, let us also look at how do we create a similar thing for price based. Now, for example, you have say this is the resistance level. If the price comes to this level, goes up and starts coming down, you would like to take a short entry. How do we do that? So you come here, say, and right click and say add alert and say that if it comes to 59,300, and the price has gone up and it has to come down, then I'll say sell and I do a create. So as you can see here, there's a level which is defined here, this 59,300. If the price goes above this and starts coming down, only then it will trigger. Why? That is because we have defined in trading view saying that the price has to come down, not that it while going up it has to trigger. Now we don't know whether this resistance will hold or it will go up further. Now if this resistance is crossed and the price comes down, that is where your entry is required. That is what we are defining here. So if the price comes down after going up to 59,300, take a short entry. That is what we have done. Or it can also be that it comes here. Say if this is the support that you're looking at and you want to take a buy entry. So what you can do is this I'll let me leave it here. And one more entry you can do at this level, saying that if the price is coming up from this level of 59,000, I want to buy. I'm buying, I'm at the support levels. So I'll just say create. So as you can see, the levels are defined here. So this is your support. If the price goes below this support and starts coming up, I want an entry to be taken. Here as the resistance, if the price goes above and starts coming down, I want the short entry to be taken or the long entry to be closed. So you create these two levels, and on a daily basis, whatever wherever you want to shift this, you can start doing. So this is how, as of now, you can do a trailing of your entries also. If you have already taken an entry and you want to trail the stop loss, so the price has gone up, say to 59,500, and you can shift this. So you say that, okay, if it's gone up to 59,500 and it starts coming down, close my trade. So it will take the exit. So you are trailing your entry using the price-based levels. So you can either enter or you can trail, use it as a trailing stop loss, or take it as an entry at the based on the price action. You can trigger orders. Another popular method which a lot of people use is the trend line breakouts. So let's see how do we create that. So say you have a trend line and you say that, okay, if I'll draw a trend line, say from, let me take a different time. Say, for example, I'll draw a trend line from here till here. If the price, this is a trend line given, if the price breaks above this level and it crosses above this level, I want a long to be taken. So how do we set the alert? You just come to this line that you're creating, right click on that and say add alert on trend line. So you can say that, okay, if the price is going up this level and you say buy, and copy paste the webbook, the content for buying, and update the webbook URL. So and say create. So whenever the price, sorry, since there are too many triggers, alerts that are running, it is not allowing me to. Okay. So when created one more. So whenever the price crosses above this trend line, it will take an entry. Similarly, if you're on a long entry and you want to take a close that position by, say, drawing a trend line like this, and if there's a breakdown of this level, okay. So you say that, okay, this trend line, if the price closes below this trend line, I want to take a short entry. You can do that also. So draw the trend line and right click on that line and say add alert on the trend line, and you say that, okay, the price crossing down the trend line, okay, take a sell entry. So here we will update the content as from here. This is similar to indicator. So we will be using this code in TradingView. So come and place this here and give a name and the webbook URL of the strategy that you have created. So whenever you have a breakdown, it will sell, or breakout, it will buy. So you have a price-based entry and you have a trend line-based entry and the indicator-based entry exits. The process is the same. So you create one for entry and one for exit, and copy paste the webbook URL, copy paste the message content from Algomojo, and you're ready for your automation. So only two things to be done, copy the webhook URL, and whether it's a strategy or an indicator, copy the necessary code that we give and put that in the alert creation. Your automation is done. It is pretty simple to handle. You need not have to have any kind of knowledge in terms of coding or programming or any of those things. Anybody, just to copy paste to be done. You should have a strategy, proper strategy, and you should have a paid subscription of TradingView. You have a broking account. You can automate orders to be taken in whatever instrument that you want to trade. So it could be equities, it could be futures, it could be options, any of these. And the process, if you follow the same process, you will be able to automate your signals. So you can take an entry or exit based on the price action. You can take an entry and exit based on the indicators. You can take an entry and exit based on the strategies also. Any queries that you want me to address, kindly use the Q&A button available for you. We'll try and address them now. Else we can move forward with the rest of the presentation. Yeah, can we put strategy stop loss? So stop loss you can create in a trading view like this in case you don't want to, if you are following only the price or you're using any strategy, you still want to have a stop loss created. You can do it either based on the price levels, price action, or based on the trend lines, or even on the indicator base. So suppose your strategy super trend has given a long, but your entry is based on the RSI. You can still do that. The only way difference is that use the same webhook URL for both, for strategy entry and for exit, alert creation exit in indicator. So the webhook URL is a common thing. So entry is taken from here and exit happens as per the RSI. So you can use multiple things for entry and exit. So strategy for entry and exit using RSI or indicator, or even it could be trend line, or it could be level based or support level or resistance level, any of these levels, or you can trail them also. You can move these things up and down after you creating it. So as the price keeps going up, you keep shifting your exits also. Suppose you have taken a long entry here and the price has moved in your direction. So, and this is the level that you alert that you have created for trailing it or exiting the long trade. So you keep shifting this also. So whenever those levels are crossed, the exit will happen. Any other queries? Anybody would like to see anything particular in TradingView? We'll be able to we'll be happy to show that. Yeah, so let me clarify one point. So as you can see here, we have this target and stop loss. So you can set the values as per the in the Algomojo platform itself or from TradingView. Now, if your strategy has got multiple signals, multiple symbols, you can create a watch list in our platform. The method to do that is go to actions, us here, and this will be an option for adding watch list. You can add multiple symbols using this. Say give a chart symbol and say this is one, and I say I want Nifty. So I want to add the Nifty one lot. You can do that. Then so that two is lines. You can add that. Since we have selected futures as the trading symbol, it is giving me options for futures only. If it was equity in our, for example, in the strategy number 144, if we see the parameter setting, you will see that the segment that you have selected is futures and option. You have a segment called equity. If you select equity as a segment, it will allow you to add equity symbols in the watch list. Yeah, when you're creating a multi-leg, suppose you have created both this Nifty future and say that you have created two legs. For each, you have to define the target and stop loss, and not for the combined one, but for each leg, you have to define the target and stop loss values. So if any of the legs get triggered, it'll close that particular leg. Any Amibroker users? So, so we saw how do we do a super trend based automation, RSI based automation, and price action, which could be level, price level, resistance, support levels, or trend line breakout or breakdown kind of automation as such. And if there are any users of Amibroker, we can get into seeing that. In case there are no users, we can move with the rest of the presentation. Kindly let me know if anybody would like to look at Amibroker based automation. So here again, we have a strategy based automation that you can do. Button trading is available, exploration is available. This is a new stuff that we have just launched. It's called Strategy Store, where we give you three very popular strategies. So these are super trend, half trend, and alpha trend. You can trade in Nifty, Bank Nifty, or options only. Time frames available for you are 1 minute, 5 minute, or 15 minutes. You can choose. And the default settings are for options trading in ATM, and these are positional. Of course, you have the flexibility to choose any of them, and you can test it using paper or live trade, and then accordingly use it. Now, how do we see this? Where do we see this? If you go to our website here, there's something called Strategy Store. So you have super trend, alpha trend, and half trend. You can subscribe for any of these. The advantage with this is that you need not have to have TradingView or Amibroker or charting, any of those charting platform, since these are programs which are available and very popular. It is made available to the users. So directly from, if you select, say for example, super trend, and say that you want to trade in Bank Nifty in a 15-minute time frame, or say 1 minute time frame, you just say uh, add to my strategy, it will get added. So there's a disclaimer. We don't take any responsibility for profit or loss. It all depends. Since it's a super trend strategy, it's a very popular strategy, and people would have done the back testing. So that's why we find a lot of users using it. So if they're convinced that it is profitable, suits their risk management, they can choose this. And if you say yes, it will get added to your account, and you will be able to see it under my strategy. I just added super trend 1 minute, so that strategy is added. By default, it will be in inactive state. You can go and enable for live trade or paper trade. Always start with the paper trade, see if it's going as per your requirement, and then shift to live trade. That is our serious recommendation. Yes, you can trade in MCX also for futures, but not in options as of now. So, good question. So when we select segment as futures and options here, you can select, say, crude oil, or you can select whichever expiry you want to trade, or natural gas. So you can select any of the MCX futures symbol and trade from here. Yes. If you're, you can try the options, but normally what we have seen is that brokers block any options order that come with the market order. So it's not recommended for trading in few options for stocks as such. Stocks, we don't even make it available, but for futures, yes. So as I was mentioning, so you have this ready-made strategies available. So all you have to do is add whichever strategy you want to trade and define the instrument and the time frame. So it will be available whenever these charts or these studies generate buy sell signal, the orders will be placed for you. You need not have to look at trading view, setting alert, all that. These studies are automated internally, and trades will be placed in your account. So you could look at a detailed documentation. If you come down to any of the modules here, there's a list of documentation provided for you. You could start with my strategies. It gives you a step-by-step process of how to go about doing the various parameters that needs to be set. Kindly go through this documentation for more information. So it gives you a brief about each of the functions that we saw for order placement, strategy creation in Algomojo as such. So if you want to trade in, say, options, what is the method to be followed? What all do you need to set in the order management or the new strategy that you create in Algomojo? All that will be shown. Step-by-step process is given. It's pretty simple to go through it, understand, and then get it done also. Now, in case if you need any support, let me tell you. So we just went through this. So our offices are open from 10 to 5 on, 9 to 5 on all trading days. Saturdays we work from 10 to 5, and you can contact us on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 81055 72233. You can call us anytime on this number. Or you can raise a ticket. We will go through the ticket, describe what is the issue you are facing, what is the support required, raise a ticket. It'll get addressed. If need be, we'll call you and for more information or seek more information. You can email us also on this ID. There any more queries, we can take it up for discussion. Otherwise, my name is Lokesh. My email ID is lokesh@finfolab.com. That's a parent group company name. There's a blog that we run in algomojo.com/blog. Gives you a lot of information about all the features and facilities that are available on our platform. You could look at for more details on our website, which is algomojo.com. Kindly let me know in case if you have any further queries, you would like to see anything more, we can go through those details. In case you'd like to note down the details of the support, you can keep a copy of that. Sure, you can call our board number. They will transfer the call to me. You can ask for me. You can call me. Ready to support you. Yes. Okay. Thanks so much for everyone for making time to attend a brief about Algomojo and the services that we provide. We are there to help you make your trading journey a profitable one. We look forward to your feedbacks. We look forward to your suggestions. Kindly get in touch with us. Either call, WhatsApp, or email. We will help you out, and we take feedbacks and suggestions pretty seriously and see how we make those available for the users. With that, we can conclude the session. Thanks once again for all of them, to everyone who attended this call. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. And this recording will be available in case if you have any doubts and you would like to go through them. You can get into this, use the same link and go through the presentation, go through the session again at your free time, and call us, get in touch with us. We'll help you out.